Carolina and Company Live is sponsored by the businesses, organizations, and groups featured in this program. The views and opinions expressed do not necessarily reflect that of WPDE ABC 15, WWMB CW 21, or its employees.
You're watching Carolina and Company Live. Your source for fun, entertainment, and events. With your hosts, Cecil Chandler and Amanda Sellers. If it's happening in the area, it's on Carolina and Company Live.
And hello, everybody. I'm here for Carolina and Company Live today. Amanda has a day off, but don't worry. I know a lot of you guys are going to cut it off right now because Amanda's not on with me. Hey, I still got a great show coming up today, a lot of fun stuff, all kinds of stuff. You always learn something when you watch this show. And you know what you learn the most about? Well, I think it's the weather. Let's find out what's happening. Everybody wants to know what's going on.
Happy Tuesday to you. Right now, much of the area is dry, although widely scattered showers and storms once again will occur throughout the afternoon going into the evening hours. Right now, live Doppler 15,000 just picking on very light isolated showers there in Williamsburg County. Much of the area, though, as I mentioned, we are dry, although check this out. Look at the tropics. You can see the formation of Tropical Depression 8, and there still is a tropical storm warning for the North Carolina coast, although this area has curved and it will continue out to sea, so that's not going to be much of concern. And the biggest batch of rain is down near the Charleston area, so our southernmost county there in Williamsburg and Georgetown County, seeing some isolated showers right now, but those will begin to ramp up the intensity as well going into later on this afternoon. Tropical Depression 9, we are continuing to watch that as it possibly will pick up strength and become a tropical storm as it enters the warm waters of the Gulf. You can see the tropical track there right over Florida. So yes, it does look very close to our area, and some of our viewing area is in this cone, although the heaviest precipitation and any type of strong winds will be on the northeastern side of this track, so that is good news for us. Still continuing to watch Tropical Depression 8, although it is starting to curve out and go away from us, which is good news. We do just have a high risk for rip currents. So the tropics, exactly what to expect. High risk for rip currents this week and going into probably tomorrow until we can get these systems out of our way. Increased shower and storms later on midweek going into the latter parts of the work week. And I am watching this area of investigation from the National Hurricane Center. 40% chance for development off the African coast in the next 5 days. Still very far away. If it did approach the U.S., it's still going to be about 10 days away, but we will continue to monitor that. Your 7-day Grand Strand forecast, 86 for your Tuesday. Widely scattered showers and storms, and we will continue to have the risk for showers over the next 4 days. But go ahead and look at your holiday weekend. Looks to be beautiful. Your 7-day inland forecast, 91 for this Tuesday, 90 for Wednesday. And then this weekend, we do have a cold front moving through. Will slightly drop the temperatures along with the rain chances.
Weather is brought to you by A&I Fire and Water Restoration.
And welcome back to Carolina and Company Live. All right, we got Jessica on the show. Jessica, who do you have with you?
This handsome man is Titan.
Titan?
Yeah, he's like a warrior.
That's pretty cool.
He is so gentle. He's the sweetest thing. I mean, look at
him. Want to take a nap? Want to hold down? Look at him.
I think he wants to come see you.
Yeah, he wants to come over here, doesn't he? All right. Now, how long y'all had him?
We've had him for about 4 months now. We've gotten him to a better plane of health, and now it's time to do his neuter and treat his heartworms. So we're raising money for his heartworm treatment. Anyone wanting to donate to that, they can donate online or call the shelter to make donations for him.
Well, look at him. He loves the camera. He's just looking right at it.
Listen, he knows how to work it.
What else y'all got going on right now at the Humane Society?
Lots of animals needing homes. We have something really exciting, actually. We have done so far 97 adoptions in the month of August.
Wow, that is very
good. So 3 more
will
hit 100. Yes. So if you've had your eye on a cat or dog, come on down and finalize that adoption. Maybe you could be number 100 for August.
Well, you're always looking for stuff, donations of food and everything, because it takes a lot to take care of these animals.
It sure does. It takes more than people realize. Right. Food, cleaning supplies, cat litter, all of those things. We're always in need.
All right, so check it out. We're talking about the Grand Strand Humane Society. And check on Titan. He wants a new home. Look at him. He likes television. All right, thanks for being with us.
Thanks for having us.
We got a lot more coming up. Stay with us. We'll be right back. And welcome back to Carolina and Company Live. All right, let's find out a little bit about today. Today is Tuesday, and it's August 30th. And this is Clean Up Your Room Day. So you need to listen to that. And also a good day to listen to some rock and roll. So I'll listen to the rock and roll. Birthdays today, let's go back to 1930. Warren Buffett. This man has a few dollars I'm talking about. He's 86 years old, an entrepreneur, known as the 20th century's most successful investor, one of the wealthiest men in the world. And I wish I was kin to him. 1963, let's see, it's Michael Chiklis. I think that's how you pronounce it. He's 53 years old. On TV, The Shield, he was in The Commission, now he's in Gotham. And also he was in the movie The Fantastic Four. 1972, Cameron Diaz, one of my favorite actresses. 44 years old, the first movie with a mask in 1994. Then there was Something About Mary, Bad Teacher, and The Other Woman. Today in history, let's go back to 1956. Elvis was filming his first movie, Love Me Tender. 1961 on this date, Gene Chandler, no kin to me, but I'll call him my cousin, recorded Duke of Earl on the VJ label, and it was the label's first #1 hit, the Duke of Earl. All right, the know-it-all department, everybody knows we need to recycle. That's a big deal. Everybody needs to do it. All right, recycling, listen to this now. Did you know one soda can, just think about it, one soda can save enough energy to run a TV for 3 hours? The only problem is if you're watching a 4-hour movie, you have to have a couple of cans to recycle. How about that? That's something from the Know-It-All department today. We got a great show lined up, some fun stuff. We're going to be talking about the Lego League, a cancer fundraiser coming up. The Waccamaw River Keepers are here. And also we'll be talking about a lady that has written a book. All that's coming up right here on Tuesday's show. We'll be right back. And welcome back, everybody. All right, the first Lego League is in its international competition, and this gives kids opportunities to become inspired and to learn about science, technology, and engineering. And Dr. Rubio Lewis is here with us. Now, this is a cool little thing we have here.
Yeah, so as part of the first Lego League, we have middle school students between 9 and 14 years old, and every year they're challenged with building one of these to compete at an international competition.
Now, do they all get the same material to build?
Yes, in fact, just minutes ago, we just learned about this year's challenge, and everybody now knows what missions they need to solve.
So this is what they're working on. This is a very cool, that's a very cool little thing, and it runs off remote, of course.
No, this is
doesn't?
actually as part of the challenge. They have to program it ahead of time, and
Oh,
it has
really?
to run in what we call autonomous mode. So they're allowed to touch it for a moment, and then they hit the play button, and it has
That's
to.
it?
They have to do all the missions on its own. Yep.
Oh, so it does a pattern, it
Yeah.
works a pattern or
Yeah.
whatever.
So the students learn about programming, robot design, engineering all at the same time to solve these missions.
All right, now you're talking about kids 9 years old and older.
Yeah,
That means they're smarter than I am.
They wow me, that's for sure. They inspire the adults just as much as we try to inspire them. Yes, it's great.
God, all right, now you got also you got challenge themes changes when you each season.
Yeah,
Is
in
that
fact,
how it works?
just minutes ago at
Yeah.
noon today,
Yeah.
they released this year's challenge, which is Animal Allies. So it's all about, the theme for this year's season is about how humans interact with animals. So following your last guest, it's just perfect timing.
And this, how long have y'all been doing this? How long
This
has
is
it been going on?
about 25 years. So I run the local program in South Carolina, and there's
Yeah.
an umbrella corporation. It's actually a nonprofit organization that runs this all throughout the world.
All right, now if people want to come see competition, when can they come see something?
We have a couple in the Grand Strand area.
Okay.
On November 17th, we're going to be at Myrtle Beach High School, and then on December 3rd, we're going to be at Waccamaw Intermediate High School. No,
you
excuse me, Waccamaw Intermediate. Yes.
So you can get to see a lot of kids in action.
Oh yes, we have about 20 teams, and each team has between 2 and 10 kids, and so you're going to see a couple hundred kids going nuts. This is what we call the sport of the mind, as we call it. Yes.
It's got to be.
Yes.
I'm telling you, I thought it ran off a remote. All right, now let me
No.
ask you, if they want to learn more about this, where can they go on the internet to
The
find
best
something?
place to go is firstinspires.org, all one word, and they can learn about any of the programs within FIRST. We are part of the FIRST LEGO League, which is one of 4 programs within FIRST.
All right, now how long have you been involved in this?
You know, I started off as a coach.
Yeah.
My son was involved, and I started coaching his team, and that was 5 seasons ago. And then I started running the program 2 seasons ago. So it's been just snowball effect for me. I love it.
All right, well, it's amazing what you do. You give them all the material, and they have to build it. You can't help them. They have to build it, right?
Right, so the coaches are more of a mentor. We really do we try to guide them through an exploration on their own. And so yes, we do this really on the kids. And on top of the robot, they also do have a research project that has to go with the theme every year. So with the Animal Allies, the kids this year are going to have to pick a research topic that's related to animals and how they interact with humans.
All right, now if kids are watching that, somebody, the parents want to get their kids involved, how can they get their kids involved in something like that?
The first thing I suggest is they would look at their local school. We in Horry County actually have a lot of our schools already involved with this program. So over half of our schools that are eligible are involved already. Otherwise, I would point them to our South Carolina website, which is scrobotics.org, and they can learn about more information about forming a team.
scrobotics.org.
Yes.
And you can find out everything about it. All right, now let me ask you a
Yes.
question. How long would it take somebody to put this together?
You know, I did this one because I built this one so many times. This
Yeah.
one took me about half an hour.
That's it?
But the thing is, I followed instructions. The kids don't have to build this version. They can build whatever
Anything
creative
they want
mind.
to.
Yeah, anything to solve their missions. That's what it
Lewis,
takes.
thanks a lot, buddy.
No problem. Thank
We
you very much.
appreciate it.
I appreciate
All
it
right.
too.
We got a lot more coming up. Stay with us. We'll be right back. And welcome back to Carolina and Company Live. Amanda has a day off. That's why I'm by myself, in case you're wondering. All right, there's a big cancer-fighting fundraiser coming up, the 5th annual Coastline Classic Golf Tournament. And after partying, the golf's going to be played at the Valley at Eastport Golf Club in Little River. And I've got Danny and Eileen with me now. And, Danny, talk to me a little bit about the fundraiser and all and how the money and where it goes to.
We formed our TR's Cancer Fighters 501c3 organization in January of this year. We had been involved as volunteers over the years, working with various groups in the North Myrtle Beach area. Raising money, we decided, Timmy Ray Davis and myself, to put together this organization. Our first fundraiser is up this Saturday. It's the Coastline Classic, as you said. It's actually the 5th classic. We worked it as volunteers in the past. This year is ours to run, and we're looking to raise a lot of money to support those people that are involved in cancer and families that are involved in cancer situations.
All right, now when you call it the Coastline Classic Golf Tournament, now what does that mean, Eileen? Tell them.
Well, Jim Quick and Coastline
That's
are
right.
helping to sponsor this and put it together, and they'll be playing that evening at the Spanish Galleon, and we'd love to have people come out to that event. We are actually sold out for
Really?
the golf course.
That is amazing.
Yeah, we have,
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's amazing. People have been so generous. Many sponsors on all different levels have come out to support us. So what we have open now for the public is please come out on Saturday night, 7
For
o'clock,
the after
Danny?
party.
For the
7
after
o'clock.
party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's good. Now, if there's somebody watching now that would like to make a donation, to the cancer, to this, how can they do that now?
They can go online to our Facebook page, TR Cancer Fighters.
TR Cancer Fighters, that's your
and
Facebook
they can
page.
get right on there and make a donation. I think we have a PayPal account or something like that that they can click right into.
All right, last year, do you remember what y'all raised last year, Danny, roughly?
$22,000 last year.
That is great, and that goes to different the charities or to different people that need help and all, right?
Yes, sir. We're involved in 3 cancer charities. Women of Hope out of Wilmington, North Carolina, which has a presence in Horry County. The Hope Lodge down in Charleston, and also Bold and Beautiful Wigs for Cancer, which is in Little River, South Carolina.
Right.
There are 3 charities we're going to support this year.
They come on the show and talk about that event also.
Yes, sir. They'll be at the after party. We present the checks the night of the after party, and they'll get a chance to talk about their organization.
Well, the fun part is Jim Quick playing golf.
Yes.
He is?
Yep.
So are some of his guys.
Okay,
so it's
all
going
right.
to be fun.
I'm not going to say anything else, Danny. He's a great guy, great entertainer. He loves his community, and he works with us so much and does so much. Thank y'all so much for everything.
Thank you.
Okay?
Appreciate it.
You got it. All right, we got a lot more coming up. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Join us for a morning of fun as we explore the best the Carolinas has to offer. Carolina and Company Live with Cecil Chandler and Amanda Sellers. Weekdays at noon on ABC 15 and weeknights at 10 on CW21.
And welcome back to Carolina and Company Live. All right, now we're going to talk about the Waccamaw River Keepers. They're holding their fall fundraiser. Sarah's with me now to talk about all this because the money used to help keep the rivers clean. And that's amazing. Sarah, tell me about the fundraiser.
Well, the fundraiser is coming up in October on the 23rd, and it's at the Riverside Club in Conway. There'll be live music. It's a great thing that goes on there. It's really beautiful down by the river, and there's lots of food and drinks and live music and all that kind of stuff, and they auction off art and vacation packages and so forth. But what I wanted to mention today, too, is something more immediate is coming up. Our Clean Your Waterways Up event is coming up September 10th through the 25th, and at the finale of that on the 25th, that's down at the Conway Marina. From 10 to 12, on the 25th, when they finish it up, they'll have the cleanup, but then from 12 to like 2, they're going to have food and music and sort of a celebratory finale for the whole thing. But they're encouraging everybody that can participate in that to go online to www.winyallrivers.org and register to participate in cleaning up your local waterways. And you can do that as an individual, or you can, if you want to, grab your family and friends or whatever and coordinate.
Or get a group.
Yeah, if you want to coordinate it for yourself, you can do that as well. And there are kayaks provided if you register with Waccamaw River Keepers. So, yeah.
What is some beautiful footage there, isn't it?
Yeah, we want to keep it beautiful for the next generation. And it's not just the aesthetics, but cleaning up the river, it protects the wildlife there, because the trash that pools up, it affects the delicate ecosystem there. It's a detriment to the survival of the species that we want to keep intact. So we want to preserve our local terrain, and yeah, it starts with just cleaning up the river.
That's right. So if anybody's interested in helping keep this clean, look at that. It's so beautiful, that all that video and all that is showing how beautiful it is.
It has a mystique to it. This area, the black waters of the Waccamaw with the Spanish moss that drapes, it has a certain charm and mystery to it that we really want to preserve.
Check it out right there, whenyourrivers.org, if you want to find out more and look at the video and all that
Go
stuff.
online and check that out and register.
Y'all have been doing this for how long? How long has this organization been in operation?
Oh my goodness. Well, the When Y'all Bay Rivers organization back in like 2002, I think, developed Waccamaw River Keepers is like a side shoot of that, like an offshoot of that. And so they established that back then. And yeah, we've been doing our fall fundraisers. I have been involved in this for about 7 years. Really? So yeah.
Right. Well, anybody out there, if you're on the water, please do not throw any trash in the water.
Yeah, don't
People don't think. They just, put it in the boat. And when you get back, clean it all out.
Yeah.
That's the most amazing part about it. All right, now this is coming up Sunday, October 23rd, the fundraiser.
The fundraiser is October 23rd, and more immediately, September 10th through the 25th is the Clean Up Our Waterways event. And that's going to be, they can go online, like I said, and register, and there'll be kayaks if you want to go out on the river. It's kind of nice. I mean, you're picking up trash, but they'll supply all the bags and gloves and things so you don't actually have to touch it and that kind of stuff. You don't have to come up with that on your own. But it's a really good cause, and like I said, it's not just the aesthetics involved. I mean, that alone would be worth it. But it preserves the integrity of the river on a greater level.
Thanks for being here. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having me, Cecil.
All right, we got more coming up. We'll be right back. A Myrtle Beach woman now has written a book. It's about her journey of losing all of her loved ones. The book is Sweet Strength, how she inspiring others had dealt with these losses. And Linda's with us. Linda, let's talk a little bit about the book.
Yes.
How it all came about.
Thank you, Cecil. Actually, in 2012, my husband went out for a run, January the 9th, and he came back in and he died in my arms of a massive coronary.
Oh.
A week before that, he had said, Linda, I want you to write a book. And I said, Mark, what am I going to write a book about? And he says, Linda, you have so many life experiences, and you're a great writer. Write the book. Well, backing up a little bit, prior to that, we got caught up in the real estate market crash. And so we didn't, I know a lot of people, and so we lost our home. And so he was carrying a lot of stress. We had lost our financial security and home, and my son, Robert, had gone off in the Navy 6 months prior to that, and I had a little bout with breast cancer. And so I said, okay, Mark, I'll try to work on this. I'll try to figure out what to write a book about. Well, anyway, like I said, he passed away, and that same year I lost, my brother lost his wife for 34 years to an aneurysm, and then we lost my dad that same year. And I had not worked outside of the home, and so I said, for years. And I said, what do I love doing? And I said, well, I used to do personal training, I'll do that, and life coaching and wellness coaching, so I got my certifications in that.
And that's the book. It's called Sweet Strength.
Yes.
You've written about all this stuff.
Yes, it's been the journey through the past 4 years, and I split it into two parts, bereavement and inspiration. And I wrote it for two reasons. Number one, to honor my husband, because he had said write a book. And number two, it was to let people know that it really doesn't matter what circumstances you're going through. If you have a heartbeat, you have a purpose. And you have to learn to look at those circumstances. I mean, it really didn't matter at that time. It doesn't matter what happens. What's happened is happened.
That's right.
You know, it doesn't matter how hard you cry. It doesn't matter how sad you are. It doesn't matter how angry you get.
And this book will help you deal with that.
Yes.
It's giving you ways to do it and how to do it.
Absolutely. It's my journey through, and it's my inspiration to get up and move forward through.
Now, tell me this, where can they find the book?
They can find a book on Amazon.com or my website, www.sweetstrength.com, will take you to the link on Amazon. And I'm also doing another book signing here locally.
When's that?
In Myrtle Beach, September the 10th. 2 Saturdays, the second Saturday in September from 5:37 at Collector's Cafe.
Collector's Cafe.
Yes.
Hey, thank you so much.
Thank you.
We've had a great time today. We got to go. We hope you'll be back here with us Wednesday in Laurinburg, North Carolina. Tell them bye, Linda.
Bye-bye.
Carolina and Company Live is sponsored by the businesses, organizations, and groups featured in this program. The views and opinions expressed do not necessarily reflect that of WPDE